shall separate me from the love of Christ? This is the blues, oh yeah. Hey y'all.
Hey sis.
The courtroom drama is heating up and we've got the latest. Harvey Weinstein's back in the hot seat.
Say
convicted,
what?
Yes, convicted again. Ooh, but this case isn't complete. He's guilty of criminal sexual acts, you see.
Uh-huh.
But a mistrial on rape charges? Oh, the irony. This time, the jury's divided, can't get along. Four persons afraid, tension's way too strong. The judge calls it quits, and now they'll retry. Weinstein's future still hangs high up in the sky. Meanwhile, Harvey's still denying the claims, but Jessica Mann's not backing down. She's playing the game. He's facing 4 years for a third-degree rape.
Whoa.
But the trial's not over, so there's more to debate. The jury's not happy, but Weinstein's got a plan. They'll keep fighting till they can't. The plot's still in demand. Yo, Luke, give us a little bit of something, something. Guilty of one, but the rape charge still hangs. The jury's fighting and tensions at a serious range. Mistrial on rape, but the trial ain't done. Prosecutor says Jessica's ready for round one. She's pushing for justice and she's got the town. Harvey's lawyers plan to appeal, don't be fooled. But the clock's ticking. Justice won't be This is the blues and news.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in a day. Well, tribe, we'll do it again. Same time, same place. And we'll do it the Sisaundra Show. This has been the blues news.
Sing that blues, sis. All right, now, y'all, well, we need you to get up, bring the energy, because it's time to start the Sisaundra Show. Oh, yeah.
Hello, y'all, and welcome to the Sisaundra Show. It's finally Junior Friday. Somebody make some noise up in here.
Come on.
When I tell you, y'all, I hope your day has been so satisfying. And if it's not, it's time to take it up a notch. Ain't that right, FTC?
That's right.
Woo-hoo. Y'all make some noise from my band, your band. It's our band for the culture. Yes. And with that, I need y'all to get all comfy, grab your bubbly beverage, and let's get this show started. Let's get it started, yeah. Don't y'all mess with me. Listen.
right.
All right, y'all. Let's get into these headlines because the chaos is not letting up.
Nope.
From senators getting snatched mid-sentence to hip-hop legends losing it all, the power moves and plot twist this week are wild. So, let's break it down because we the people want to know.
Let me know.
Do you want to know?
Let me know.
We're going to know.
Come on.
Ciao. It went down in LA. The California Senator Alex Padilla got dragged out of his DHS press conference like a protester, not a lawmaker. All the man did was stand up and try to ask Secretary Kristi Noem a question. And y'all know what happened within seconds?
Yoked up.
Boom! Plainclothes men rushed him, shoved him to the ground, and cuffed him in the hallway like he was a threat to national security. The video is viral. Senate Leader Schumer said it sickened him. Governor Newsom called it dictatorial.
Nice word right there.
Is that the word?
That's nice.
Dictatorial?
I like
that. Sounds like something we was talking about with Kirk Franklin yesterday. Stop.
With Twerk Franklin.
Yes, Twerk Franklin. Stop it. So, y'all, even Kamala Harris said it was a shameful abuse of power. Padilla said it best. If they're doing this to a senator, what do you think they're doing to farm workers? Y'all, Noem tried to clean it up later with a 15-minute meeting, but DHS is still lying online claiming Padilla didn't identify himself. The gag is he did, loud and clear. Now, folk want a full investigation. The Hispanic caucus says it's straight up power abuse. Meanwhile, President Trump's feds are flexing heavy. ICE raids, National Guard, Marines in the street. Let's be clear. This isn't about questions. This is a story about control.
What a shame.
I'm thinking about the same
But he
thing.
got to get the song, though. What a shame.
They handcuffed a senator. I mean, I keep asking every day this week, where have we gone? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Y'all, it's official. Damon Dash just lost absolutely everything. And I hate to be the one that's announcing this on TV. It's really sad. A federal judge ordered the hip-hop mogul to hand over full ownership of his businesses, his film rights, and his LLCs after failing to pay an $823,000 court judgment. Now, we're talking Dash Films, Blue Rock, Poppington, and copyrights to 4 movies gone in the wind. Goodbye. Unless Dame objects by June 16th, which is Monday, I think, right?
Oh my gosh, it's right around the
Yes,
corner.
the U.S. Marshal will auction his assets within 180 days. Yes, I said auction. Y'all, this mess started with a copyright and defamation suit tied to the film Dear Frank, and it just snowballed from there. So Dash already lost his stake in Rockefeller. Now his companies and content on the chopping block, they all are right now. So child support cases, tax liens, bankruptcy claims. It's a long, expensive fall for a man who once ran hip hop. You can't build an empire without paying the rent. Prayers to him because, y'all, this is absolutely crazy. What is going on?
Yeah, I've seen the headlines about this story, but I'm not too sure what happened, what transpired before that. And I'm really not hip on the case, but now that you really saying how much he's losing, I didn't realize this is a lot for somebody to just lose in one day.
Yes.
He should have just paid the $850 something.
It was $823,000, but now they're gonna liquidate. I mean, that's what happens, unfortunately.
Royalties, everything.
This man was on the board. This man was big pimping.
He was everything, right?
Was dancing. This man was in everything back in the day.
Well, guess where I found out he lives?
Oh.
Ooh,
Exclusive?
I can't tell, y'all.
Okay. Tell me after.
Anyway, let's move on to this next story, y'all. We've been talking about ICE, and we're going to talk about him a little bit more because y'all know this name, Simon Guobadia, the ex-husband of Real Housewives star Portia Williams. He has officially been deported. So the last time we talked about it, they had put him in custody, right? So after months in ICE custody, he's now back in Nigeria. The move stems from visa violations dating back to the 80s and recent federal sweep targeting immigration overstays. So despite the drama, Simons said to be in really good spirits. In fact, he's flipping the experience into purpose, launching a T-shirt line to support detained immigrants and raise awareness.
Okay.
Interestingly, he has no beef with President Trump, even after being deported under a system shaped by this administration. Now, from reality TV to real life deportation, Simon's story is now part of a bigger conversation. Who stays, who goes, and who gets to decide?
That's a lot of good questions.
Right?
Good question.
Yeah.
It's a good, who's deciding?
But at this point, it's so unsure. We were saying down on the show a couple of days ago, even people with appointments to get their papers legalized.
They're picking them up from the appointment.
From the appointment. So now, who gets to stay? Who goes? Those are good questions, and still question marks.
I don't think anyone really gets to stay. It looks like they're getting rid of almost anyone who crosses their path, right?
Going out of there, so.
This is crazy.
Too, and when does it end?
I don't know, because kids are afraid to go to school. I mean, it's summer now, thank God, so they don't have to worry about sitting in the classroom and getting raided by ICE.
Exactly.
But it's just unbelievable. There was a huge TikTok star that just got deported.
Oh, yeah,
did y'all see that?
With the,
yes,
Whoa.
Yes, he got deported and he just voluntarily left. They gave him less than 24 hours, allegedly, but we do know he left the country the next morning and he is not in the U.S. anymore. I wish I remember his name, but he's huge. He's like the biggest TikTok star, period.
Yeah,
like,
even before TikTok.
Yes,
yeah.
huge.
Yeah, he's made millions and millions and millions.
Millions.
Without saying anything.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that guy. I can't think of his name.
It's really interesting. So his was on a visa thing too. So listen, y'all, please check your visas. If you've been here longer than you're supposed to be, I understand that it's scary, but at the same time, they coming for you and it's sad. I need y'all to be a little bit more careful. You can't run and hide. They are everywhere. So let's do the right thing and protect ourselves. And let's pray that the heart of this hardened leader will be softened by the human touch. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't y'all go nowhere. We have an amazing guest in the house for the culture. Let's do this trade break. Woo! came to do, but we welcome you into the space to have a good time.
Yeah.
Y'all, today we're joined by a powerhouse who's not only a creative genius, but also a bold entrepreneur. She's been transforming ideas into impactful brands and showing us that true success comes from a mix of passion, purpose, and authenticity. Y'all get ready for some real talk on the power of branding, creativity, and what it really takes to make your mark in this world. Please welcome Miss Kayla Plush.
Hey!
Ooh! Kayla! Hey! Now, Kayla! Hey! I love it. That was me.
Yes.
Yes. Bring it down, fellas. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
You know what? We're excited to have you, and your energy is like on 10
Thank
and
you.
so infectious. Thank you for joining us. So, Kayla, you've built your business from the ground up. You started from the bottom, and now you're here, right?
From the bottom.
What was the initial spark? What was the initial spark that made you want to start, and how did you overcome any fear or hesitation to take that leap of faith so early in your career?
Okay, to be quite honest, I've always known that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I remember in first grade, we were going around in a circle and they was asking, oh, what you want to do when you grow up? People were saying firefighters, I want to be a doctor, nurse, but I said I wanted to own my own dance studio, to be exact. Yes.
In first grade?
Yes.
That's amazing. When I tell you, that's understanding purpose at a very young age.
Amen.
Now, you've built your business. You balance entrepreneurship with being a full-time student.
Yes.
It must have been a huge challenge to do that. What did your day-to-day life really look like behind the scenes? And what strategies helped you manage it all without losing sight of your goal? You got school, you got a business.
I know.
Talk to us.
Okay. In the beginning, it was actually hard because I started my business during COVID. So I was in high school, my senior year in high school. But when I transitioned to going to college and being an entrepreneur, saying no to things because I had to do stuff for clients was hard at first. But I had to realize God put me like in a space where I had to be stern and make sure that I'm saying yes to the things that matter and no to the things that don't. So originally it was very, very, very hard, but over time I learned time management.
Wow.
And I learned how to structure my days where I'm doing work for like 2 hours, then taking a break so I won't burn myself
Correct.
out
That's so
and
important.
actually enjoy, you know, my time in school.
Yes, that's so awesome. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So what did you get your degree in?
Business administration.
Okay.
With a concentration in marketing.
Wow.
And minor in art.
And good Lord of mercy. And running a
Yes.
business. You better come on. Come on. Now, there's an ongoing debate about whether AI is a threat to creative jobs or a tool for enhancement. What's your take?
I love AI. I
Yes.
feel like it's a great tool. I feel like it's amazing to use. I use it personally on a day-to-day basis in my personal world, and then also for
In
my
business.
in business. But that notion that it could take away from creatives, I feel like whatever God has instilled in you, no AI, no technology can take away from it.
Come on.
So truly, I feel like it's a good resource, but you have to shift your mindset and just looking at it as a resource and remembering that God is going to continue to give you that creative spirit every time you wake up in the morning.
Yes. Yes. Well.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Now, do you think, or how do you think AI will impact the future of the design industry? Are there certain aspects of design that AI can't replicate, or it can do everything?
I feel like it can't create original designs. I've had people, like if you put a similar prompt as somebody else, they're going to give you the same design.
Really?
Yes, I've seen it firsthand where people have this, like they'll do like, oh, make me a logo. And the logo looked the exact same, it's just the different names.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so with AI, the technology that they use, they're putting in things to tell it what to do. So us as creatives, we're getting fresh ideas every day. I could walk around the store or go to see a show or a movie and I'm getting fresh ideas. So that's what AI can't take away from us.
It can't take away the fresh
Yes.
ideas. You know what? I was looking at something the other day with Timbaland, who just signed his first AI artist.
Wow.
Right? And he was talking to other creatives in the room. And the one thing that the lady said about that, she was like, we need guidelines. We need boundaries.
Yeah.
Because if they are feeding AI my songs, my music, my structure, then I want a percentage of that. AI can't just get all the information or don't use my information to feed AI because I'm not getting anything for it. So if I say you can use it and I still don't get nothing for it, what's the benefit?
Yeah.
So just don't use it.
Absolutely.
So she was saying there needs to be guidelines because AI needs to be fed something to even be able to get
to
this.
produce something.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if it's your information it's feeding, do you think you should be paid for that? Or are you just grateful that somebody thought your
Of course.
input was so amazing?
And nothing is free in this world.
Praise God. All right, so let's talk about branding then. Nothing is free in this world. And the best things in life are free.
Yes.
That's what the song says. So y'all, branding is such a key element in any business. What are some of the biggest mistakes you see entrepreneurs make when they're building their brand?
Whew. Okay, so a lot of people think that when you're creating a business, you're creating it for you. But in totality, you're creating it for your target audience.
Correct.
So I've had clients come to me, for example, this client, she reached out and she's starting a mental health type of business. And I asked her, I was like, okay, what colors you want to use? She told me pink. So in my head, yes.
You think, oh, well, only women are going to come.
Exactly.
Correct.
And I asked her, I said, why did you choose pink? And she said, oh, because that's my favorite color.
Oh.
I said, hold on, let's put a pause. This brand, this company that you're building is not for you. Yes, you may be running it, but you're trying to, I asked her who she wants to attract. She said men and female. So I was like, okay, let's go back to the drawing board regarding the colors. Now with me being educated on color theory, I suggested her to use some blues and greens because that actually, it resembles like trust and calmness. So when we did her whole branding and used those colors, she was so glad that she didn't go with pink. Yeah.
There's like a science behind it, y'all. Color theory. Not just, oh, I like something. And then remembering that it ain't for you, it's for the people.
Amen.
All right. I love that. So branding is about more than just a logo. How do you define the essence of a brand? And what are some core principles that every entrepreneur should keep in mind when creating one?
So in regarding your logo, I feel like you got to remember that this is what people are going to see forever. You don't want to be that person who's rebranding their logo all the time. Like here's a client, she started with doing hair and then she transitioned to actually selling hair.
Wow.
So the logo that we did for her actually doing hair, we kept the same fonts. That way it could match her brand identity when she started selling hair. They're not confused like, oh, is this a new person that's doing it? Correct. No, it's the same person because of the fonts that we use.
The fonts, and do you use like the same color palette as well?
We added gold when she wanted to do hair, but it's still black and white and clean colors to match her audience. She wanted to give a luxurious vibe. So that's why we chose that color scheme for her.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So a lot of new entrepreneurs focus on aesthetics when building a brand, but they overlook the emotional connection with their audience. How do you help entrepreneurs tap into that deeper connection with the people?
I feel like you have to, as an entrepreneur, you have to think, who would I want to buy from? How would I want them to treat me?
Yes.
And once you think and have that mindset, it will definitely shape how you're actually presenting yourself to your audience. So I know for me, like a lot of people like high fashion, but if you're coming to me rude or not having good customer service, am I going to want to buy from you?
Correct.
So having that mindset of, oh, what would I do if I wanted somebody to, like if I wanted to purchase from somebody, keeping that same mindset in reverse when you're actually promoting yourself to your audience.
Very good. Very good stuff. That's good. So listen, starting a business is no easy feat. I think all of us know that, right? Especially as a young person. For those looking to follow in your footsteps, what would you say are the 2 to 3 things they absolutely need to have in place before launching?
So first, I would say you need a business plan. A business plan is important not just because it's going to help you get funding for your business and things like that, but it's also a good thing to have something tangible to look at that has your values and remind you why you started, because during your entrepreneur journey, you're going to run into hardship.
Yes.
So during those times, you could go back and look at your business plan and be like, this is why I started. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing. So having a business plan is super important. And then I also say, just remember, like, I can do this. I feel like a lot of us, we sit and think too much about starting a business. Like, just do it. I feel like that's something I had struggled with, trying to be so perfect all the time and realizing that I have to just have faith and trust in God that he's going to help me throughout the journey. Whatever I don't know now, he's going to help me throughout the journey along the way.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I love it. You better come on now. Now, I would love to take a moment now and ask you to speak to your younger self. What would you say to your younger self after what you've experienced and where you are today?
Oh, that's deep.
I know.
Okay, I would tell my younger self that there's no age limit to entrepreneurship. I felt like for a long time, I wanted to start a business, but I felt like, oh, Kayla, you're too young. There's no age like stamp on entrepreneurship.
I love it.
You could be older and want to start a business, you could do it. You could be younger
And start your business.
Yes.
You'll be successful.
Amen.
Thank you for that.
Of
And thank you so
course.
much for joining us,
Of
Kayla. We appreciate
course.
you. To all of our amazing viewers, thank y'all so much for joining us today. We will be back here tomorrow. Y'all take care of yourselves. We're the culture.
Yes, ma'am. We out of here. Thank y'all for coming. Come on. Now, everybody at home, just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. Because we got exclusive content for you only on the Sisaundra Show.